It's time for another episode of State of the Valley. This is season 2. I don't know, Ronald, episode 2? But the numbers don't really matter. And again, in studio with me is our fearless leader, the general manager of Lebanon Valley Speedway, Mr. Ron Dwyer. I've been corrected. He does not like it when on film or on radio when I call him Ronald. Ronald, how are you?
I'm just wonderful. Thanks, Timothy.
So believe it or not, we are rapidly approaching our 5th year of insanity.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny, Ron, on the way over in the truck, of course, you can't control me, and I'm responding to some of the trolls on the internet, misquoting facts and numbers and all the experts. But anyway, I just wanted to take some time and let's kind of recap from where we started, and then we'll lean into heavily the reason for this particular episode, which is going to be the inaugural Syracuse Reunion Lebanon Valley 200. But let's start 5 years ago with what we embarked on and kind of bring us up to date with where we're at.
Yeah, sure. So I think we discussed it before in the earlier podcast. You know, when Howard approached us, it was I just want you to bring life and pizzazz. I think pizzazz was the word he used, but back to Lebanon Valley. And so it began with our quest for getting the track changed, right? And we're finally, I think we finally have the racetrack and the surface where we've wanted it. It's taken a long time. Weather hasn't cooperated at all. And I think that's fast forward now to the 200. That's where we're finally at, where we think we can, we're ready to bring it back. And certainly the people, the fans, the racers, everyone alike has just been wanting the Lebanon Valley 200 and live pit stops, real race, the 200 back. And so this is kind of the exclamation mark on our slogan, stealing from the Republicans of Make America Great Again. Our thing was, let's make Lebanon Valley fun again. And between the clubhouse and everything we've done, I think we've accomplished much of that. Certainly there's always work to do.
Well, I cannot disagree. And this is not a situation, see if I can phrase this correctly, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Because what had to come first was the product that we deliver to the diminishing fan base. And we've since crossed that hurdle. But without the product, going back to the track changes and over 1,000 dump truck loads of clay and building a track that outsiders actually enjoyed coming to. Share with us a little bit some of the feedback. We ran the short track Super Series this year for the very first time, and we broke the ceiling in running a Mr. Dirt 15-5 to win show on a Tuesday night. So kind of share with the folks some of the feedback that you've been hearing from the people who hated coming there.
Well, let's start first with the comment you just made, because if you remember in our very initial meetings, when we were talking about how great Lebanon food is and how inexpensive it is and all the above, I was harping, none of it matters without a product, and our product is racing. We need to get some side-by-side, some slide jobs, some high groove, low groove racing, which no one really thought to be possible at Lebanon Valley. And I certainly am not saying that like I made that happen. There was a team of a bunch of us that, including yourself, that bought into this vision, and we're there. We're not perfect yet, but we're there. But yeah, some of the feedback has been, one of the things, let's go to the short track Super Series race when you had Perego leading early, Matt Shepard taking over the lead somewhere around 15 to go, and then Alex Jankowski passing Matt Shepard. How often does that happen for the lead? And a late charging Mark Johnson, who a few more laps, it would have been real interesting. So yeah, we're very proud of that, right? And I was also happy. I went down and shook a few of the hands in Victory Lane, and Matt Shepard, who I have an enormous amount of respect for. Obviously, the man has been on more racetracks than most of us have even seen, and I asked him point blank, hey, what could we do to make this a little better? And he literally looked me in the eye and said, this bleeping place is as racy as you can get. Really made me feel happy and proud, not just of myself, but of everybody who's put in the time and energy to make that happen. And to hear a guy like Matt, who it's no surprise, never was a fan of Lebanon Valley, dreaded coming there, and really enjoyed it. It was really kind of a really gratifying moment.
Yeah, me. Sometimes words speak louder than anything else.
Yeah.
You know, and we started a long 5 years ago. It seems like 25 years ago,
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned. Probably you as well.
Yeah.
That was mission accomplished.
Yeah.
When you take someone saying that their favorite part is putting their car in a trailer and pulling out of the infield to that's where I want to race every week if I could.
Yeah.
That's a huge accomplishment. So let's fast forward a little bit. This year, you and I both know, weather-wise, has been the most challenging year. And this couple of years ago, we were close.
Yeah.
I'd never think we would be challenged more, but here we are with 7 rainouts. Currently to date, we just ran a special event, the Monster Trucks, which was hugely successful.
Yeah.
In between a monsoon, flash flooding, emergency responses, your crew, hats off to cleaning up Lake Lebanon into a monster truck stage that the fans just went absolutely nuts for. But touch a little bit on this year, touch on what you've done with teching, some of the rules and the regulations and getting rid of that favoritism reputation that Lebanon was so well known for.
Yeah, we've worked really hard at that. And I have to tell you, when I was first asked to come do this job, I declined it because a little bit of that Howard reputation. And he assured me, and I have to give him credit, he has kept his word, that he would not interfere with it. And, you know, we could do it the way we want to do it. And I'm really proud of Tech this year. You know, you never are going to make everyone happy, but we have been active. We take cars back to our garage and have them Mike then goes through motors. Well, we brought in Jeremy from Utica Rome, who's been a great addition and brought some new ideas, and we've checked from traction controls, and you know, I don't think we've left many stones unturned with rev boxes, etc. And I think that you have to work twice as hard if you've got a bad reputation to start. So to turn that, we've worked really hard. I'm proud of it. Certainly still some more work to go. The real challenge with Tech is, and I'm sure other racetracks, that people don't want to be out late anymore. So, you know, I really put the stress on our tech team because I'm pushing to get the show over with. We pride ourselves on, for the most part, being done by 10 o'clock. In order to do that, you're running races off really quickly. It doesn't allow a lot of time. That's why we had to hire another tech guy. We kind of split it up. We ship some out, we do the rest, and we try to isolate one division that we really go deep on every night. And I'm proud of what everybody has done, and we just keep soldiering forward, you know, and keep trying to be better. And back to what you said, starting this podcast off, is, you know, with kind of some of the keyboard warriors, you know, I just wish that people really would invest the time, if they're going to have the time to be so critical, invest the time to come down and see what it takes to put it all together. And it's just not as simple as it is to sit, you know, Monday morning quarterback and be critical. And I do love our sport, and I really do enjoy all the people that participate. And I even enjoy the critics, because critics make us better. Right. We tried some new stuff one night, and we were very dusty. And some of the guys were like, I can't believe that you're taking this abuse. I looked at it and said, I deserve it. I swung and missed. Yep. It was bad. I don't mind taking it when we swing and miss. But, you know, today's race cars, just to touch on that a little bit, you know, today's race tracks, it's a challenge, and that's why you see everybody. A lot of people just don't understand, with these left side panhards and the speeds they're traveling, the horsepower they have. These cars, they hook up so much that's why you're seeing more dust in a lot of these racetracks, because people are opting to go the safe route, keeping it dry and hard and slick, and it's safer. You know, so it's a lot of challenges, a lot more to it than I think most people realize when they sit down to watch the race.
Absolutely. And again, the 7 rainouts out of, 16 events at this point. I believe we have 3 more weeks until the points are done, which segues into why we're really here to talk about the first inaugural. Thank you, John Stanley, who came up with the title for this event and is the brainchild behind this event. First inaugural Syracuse reunion. When the unfortunate circumstances came to play where Syracuse ended, Lebanon was talked about quite frequently. If there was ever a place that could handle a Syracuse, and again, neither Ron nor I would sit here and say we're ever going to recreate Syracuse, because that is impossible. But bringing back some of the ideas, we started talking 2 years ago about this. Again, had to get the product to where the product was producing what the fans have been crying for and looking for. And now we're finally here. We're 4 weeks out. It's September 10th, 11th, and 12th. That's a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night with Sunday for a rain date. And we're going to bring back as much of what people loved about Syracuse as we possibly can. And you just touched on the attention span of our audience, and not just our audience, the audience in general. It doesn't matter if you're at an NBA game. It doesn't matter if you're the attention span, we're told you have a 2-hour window.
Yeah.
So being able to put a product out there that can all fit with everything that we're up against in a regular night of racing,
right.
Kind of led me to the opening of the 200. You're not going to get a crowd there that's going to be there for 7 days, go home with a pickled liver, partying till 7 o'clock in the morning, sleeping 2 hours and stay. Those days are gone. But we are going to bring back the ghetto, where you were actually capable of doing that.
Yes.
We are bringing back time trials. But the biggest thing that we're bringing back, and again, this was the ideas and the crying, not the crying, but the wish we had the Race of Kings, and we wish we had live pit stops and radios allowed again, so that when you run a 200-lap race, rather than stop for a 10-minute break in the middle of a 200-lap race, you're going to stay out there, you're going to run, you're going to be able to add strategy. There's going to be fuel mileage strategy for some underpowered teams that once that racetrack slicks up in the middle of the afternoon, you're not going to, the horsepower is not going to matter. It's going to be about strategy. It's going to be about pit crews doing their job. It's going to be about drivers saving their equipment to last the 200 laps. And the feedback and the buzz about us doing this has probably been higher than anything we've ever done.
Yeah, I think people are really just longing for it. Like we wanted it from the beginning, and then the more we talked with people, the more we realized how much the people want it, both fans and racers alike. I talked with Alex Jankowski after the Mr. Dirt race, and he said, if for some reason I'm out of the points or I'm dying to come and have here I'm looking at Alex Jankowski, and he's like, I've never raced a race with radios. And think about that. He's young, right?
Well, that's my point.
In our day, it was a normal thing, but these guys are all excited about it.
You look at an Alex Payne.
Yeah.
You look at 70% of the up and coming superstars. Yeah. They've never done live pit stops or had radios. Yeah. So for those not in the know, it's kind of like a NASCAR type environment where anything can happen. It's 200 laps, and there's excitement, and to be able to watch it unfold in front of your eyes is really a spectacle, and I hope that a bunch of people will come out.
Yeah, and I'd like to touch base on, some people have said, why would you have it against a dirt race? Because there is a dirt race at Can-Am Speedway. Well, the reality is there are no dates. There are simply no dates.
Correct.
Can-Am is a long ways away. We fully well understand there's a certain amount of the drivers that are in dirt that will not be attending. But we also have some big names that are attending. Stewie texts me, Stuart Friese texts me literally the day I think we put the first thing out, said, is this for real? And he's excited, told me he's coming and camping. But I think it's also a chance for all these other teams to come and have a legit shot, that you don't have all of the dirt superstars. We're going to have, we'll have a few, but then we're going to have a lot of opportunities for other guys to step in. And I think the track and the distance, opens that door for lower budget teams and to give them a possibility. So it's pretty exciting. I think it's going to, and it's not just for the big block race. I mean,
correct.
358s, we've done well. We have we're having a meeting tonight with the street stocks. There's a lot of money being generated for there. I mean, our purse is already up to, I think, $160,000. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money out there on the line. So it's really, it's all exciting. And thank you to Howard Commander for getting behind it. He certainly stuck his neck in there, never questioned it a bit, said, go for it, do what you want to do. His exact words to me were, just get everybody to realize party, party, party. Was his exact words.
And Tim Goewey are either going to be heroes or zeros. Because we've never heard that before.
I've been a zero more than once. Just look on social media.
A couple times. But it's going to be 3 days of great fun. There's overnight camping. We've got the clubhouse. We've got music playing. We've got what I call a version of the ghetto, which is a 2.0 for the partiers.
Yeah.
Howard wants a party, wants it to be as close to Syracuse as we can get it, and we're really, really looking forward to it.
Yep, very excited.
So after this wraps up, then what? You're off to Florida?
Yeah, I can't get there fast enough.
Yeah, because I'm not.
I'm off to Florida to see my wife and father, my father's turning 90, and
90 years old.
You never. Every time I leave there to come back, you never know if it might be your last goodbye. So yeah, I'm excited to get down there, and then as usual, we'll start working on the next year, but we'll take a little time off.
What's next? A little bit of breather. So anyway, that's the current state of the Valley. We've got about 4 weeks left. We've got our biggest event in 25 years. We've got over 150,000, approaching 160 right now, and sure to expand once we get our lap money donations. And I encourage everyone out there, if you've never seen a 200-lap race with live pit stops and radios allowed, watch the strategy unfold before your eyes. And the other thing, too, is we are running against dirt, and we're a dirt-sanctioned track. But with a $27,500 to win winner's share, a $12,000 to win second place, a $6,000 to win third place, gives all these modified teams that through scheduling or budget cannot run these series all year long like the superstars that do. What an opportunity to put a feather in their cap. Ron, I can't thank you enough for stopping in the studio.
Absolutely. Thank you. Now, mentioned also that we have Sunday as a rain date.
Yep.
So that if we do encounter some rain, let's hope we don't. Let's hope it's one of these beautiful fall 3-day spans that we've gotten in the last few years. But
if this was a real live podcast, I'd ask one of the listeners to call in and say, Ron, Tim already covered that.
I didn't hear you say Sunday.
Yeah, it's because you don't listen.
I was not listening.
It's fine. Anyway, that's the state of the Valley. We look forward to seeing you, as Ryan Ray, the flying DJ, says. We'll see you at the racetrack.